Okay. Let's warp home. We're not gonna collect this shit. I don't believe that I'm a high enough level. But I'm gonna do this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's weird. The one piece of advice people give to people trying to start doing YouTube and Twitch is to not put effort in. Because the shit with effort never takes off. And that's how you're successful at the things, which is weird. And like, the only creator that I can think of at all, for anything that did a lot of effort are hi J Car. I'm gonna assume that's how you say that. I was talking about how the advice that some people say for if you do YouTube or Twitch is to not put effort in, or not put a lot of effort in, which to be honest is very true. Because the only people that I can think of that put effort in are Phil's is like one of the few people that I can think of that put a lot of effort in over a very long time and it eventually paid off. Other than that, the other like effort intensive things that people have done on YouTube or Twitch is shit like mechanical shit. Because that's just high effort, period. But then again, a lot of the bigger ones for mechanical stuff procrastinate for like months. Like Michael Reeves. Michael Reeves fucking popped off. Yet Michael Reeves procrastinates for months at a time. It's really interesting because if someone were to have done the exact same thing as Michael Reeves, but have done it more steadily without procrastinating as much, I can almost tell you for certain that they would not have been as successful. People would have loved it, yes, but they would have gotten burnt out so fucking fast. It's fucking weird. Anyway, how are you? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we're done with this. Oh my god. What the fuck? I was not expecting that. Hello, Summer. Hello, Fire. How are you two? And how was the stream? I just woke up like fucking 15, 20 minutes ago. So, excuse me if I sound tired. I am. I was thinking of streaming something other than this, then decided to just get some of this stuff out of the way. I was gonna stream Wolfenstein: The New Order, because that's the only Wolfenstein game that I have. But I decided to not to, because there's shit that I need to get done in this. Well, Summer, you should go to sleep then. Sleep's great. I actually slept normal time for the first time in like weeks. I went to sleep like around 10 and woke up at like 6:30. Normally I've been sleeping for like 16 plus hours recently. I have an ability that people would kill for. It's the ability to pass the fuck out whenever and wherever I want. It's great. If I'm tired, I can just fucking pass out while standing up. No matter what tired. And what amount of tired I am. No matter how uncomfortable I am, it's great. Fire, what all have you been up to? You've not been here for my recent streams, because I've been streaming at fucking night, because my sleep schedule was all fucked up. There we go. This is done. Summer, what were you streaming? If I may ask. You were streaming what Fire normally streams? I need levels. I'm not gonna get anything good from this. Oh my god. No. Please. Please do not be this garbage where it's just a bunch of shitty enchants. If it's a level 5 enchant, that means that it's a base level. It needs to be level 6, unless it's looting. Looting 5 is the best that you can get. You're looking for tier 6s or 7 enchants. 149 XP, 130, 149. I'll grab this one. And then grab that. Yeah, this is a shitty table. This is what I mainly stream, although my recent streams have been, I streamed the entirety of the Bioshock franchise, which, to be honest, wasn't that good. Bioshock 1 was decent. Bioshock 1 was fun. Bioshock 1 also hardlocked me and had me reset 3 hours in, so I had to redo 3 hours of gameplay. So that was not fun. Bioshock 1 almost did that to me twice. Almost. On top of Bioshock 1 being like that, the controls were all sorts of fucking whack. And it was not as well put together as any of the later games, which is obvious. It came from an earlier time. So it can get away with that, especially being the first in the franchise. But what it can't get away with, what none of the Bioshock games can get away with, is none of them took advantage of where they were. At least none of the first two. Because Bioshock 1 and Bioshock 2, both of them take place in the fucking ocean, right? You're in a fucking city at the bottom of the ocean. So you expect that in this city at the bottom of the ocean, and you're a fucking human, at least in Bioshock 1, that can fucking drown, you would expect that the fucking water, the ocean, could be a fucking problem. Yet the ocean is a problem a total of 1 time in Bioshock 1 and 0 times in Bioshock 2. Because you're a fucking Big Daddy, you're immune to the ocean now. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, why go through the trouble of fleshing out this world if you're not going to take advantage of what this world has to offer? This is a day 7 lobby. This is not a good lobby. I need to get a early day lobby so that I can go mine gold. I mean, I can go check and see if there's one there. I doubt it. But yeah. Like, if you're living in this massive fucking city, oh yeah, it's completely mined out. If you're living in this massive city that everyone is dead inside, except for like a bunch of drug addicts and you. There's no one maintaining it except for a handful of big daddies that are maintaining it for no real reason, as far as you can tell, other than that's what their prerogative was. Because they don't have a little sister, and that's what they do when they don't have a little sister, is maintain the fucking building. So, how is this city, 1, still standing as much as it was, 2, not falling apart, and 3, still holding the fucking immense pressure of the goddamn ocean floor? Like, you're all the way down at the geothermal fucking vents. There's zero fucking way There's no fucking way that you are holding back all of the pressure of the entire fucking ocean in a dilapidated building that's under fucking water and made mostly out of fucking glass. Yet it's just like a non-issue. Did I really just lose fucking connection? BioShock 2 is a better game than BioShock 1 all around. It's more put together. But with BioShock 2, the third of the ocean is completely negated. That's taken advantage of literally one time outside of a few transitions through levels. Forgotten about in one section of the game. It's weird. Like, oh my god, I'm here. This is day 5 lobby. So, in BioShock 2, there's a section of the game where the first big sister that you ever fucking see floods the room that you're in. She destroys the fucking big ass glass window. Right? This is what we're here for. I'm gonna kick back and watch. Okay. But yeah. Like, your immunity to water is used a total of one time outside of a transition between level. It's fucking very weird to see that it's kind of forgotten about so quickly. Because it's like, oh, this area is flooding, you have to get out of there. But like, why? You're a big daddy, you're immune to the fucking water. You can breathe underwater. There's no reason for you to run. And the reason stated is, quote, I'll be running out of oxygen. This guy that just sat there, and that you take your own leisurely pace through the fucking game, through that area of the game. You aren't timed. This human was running out of oxygen in this train, this tram. Okay? So there's already a lot of issues with that. If this guy's gonna run out of oxygen, shouldn't that entire section of the game have a fucking timer? But it doesn't. It's fucking weird. And then, when he finally brings it up, it's only when you have to run out of the fucking area that you've been in for the past, like, 3 hours. Because it's a big fucking area. It's one of the final areas in the fucking game. It's like second, third, maybe fourth to final area. It's really far in there. It's a really big area too. And he just gives you all the time you want to explore it. That's bad. Kind of like in Fallout, the original Fallout games, Fallout 1 and 2, specifically Fallout 1. In Fallout 1, there was a timer throughout the entire game. Why was there a timer throughout the entire game? Because there was an actual fucking timed issue. That was the main fucking driving point of the game. The main driving point of that section of Bioshock 2 was, oh, we need to do this, the main plot of the game. But on top of needing to do that, I'm gonna fucking die because there's no fucking oxygen. The tram is stuck underwater. Okay? So, both of those are main driving points. Not one, not the other, both. You should take advantage of both. But they don't. Like, the timer in Fallout 1 makes absolute sense. Oh, we're running out of water. We can get this much water, and it'll last us this long if we save it. So, what we're gonna do is save our water for that long. We're gonna ration it, blah 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 blah, and this is how long you have before we just all fucking die of dehydration. Please go and find the water chip. That's Fallout 1. Fallout 1 story makes sense. At least the device in the plot used to drive you onward to do what you're supposed to do makes sense. We're running out of water. Please get us the thing that we need so that we can have more water. We have this long, and if you don't get it, we're gonna die. And then there's an extra hidden timer on top of that, which also has something to do with a story part that's not revealed till later, right? But that's how you use your fucking plot devices. You use them in ways that actually fucking make sense, and you don't forget about them 5 minutes in. The entire fucking point of Fallout 1 is trying to get water for the vault. There is no other main factor. That is the main driving point. It is the one thing that is guaranteed to kill your vault. The only other thing is the super mutants, which you don't learn till later. So it's not even your main driving point. Yes, the mutants will kill them before they run out of water, but still, that's not the main point. The main point is we're running out of water. You can buy them time with water, but that time that you can buy costs you 1, caps, 2, it also costs you time. Because it costs you time on the other timer for if the super mutants are going to attack. If Master's army is going to attack. So it's a trade-off. Do you want to buy them time for the water so that they can have water without needing the water ship from you so soon, so that you can explore the waste? If you do that, you will have to go and actually, give out where the vault is, and that will compromise the vault's location. Compromising the vault's location means that the super mutants can beat it out of the fucking humans that you've told. And when they do that, they learn where your vault is, and that speeds up the timer of them just going and killing your entire fucking vault. That's the entire plot. So, on top of that, there's 2 timers in the game. They take advantage of both. They don't forget about one, because if they forgot about one, that would mean forgetting about the entire driving force of the fucking game. Yet in Bioshock 1 and 2, they completely forget about, one of the main things about the area of the game that you're in. You're under the water. You're at the bottom of the ocean. You're in the fucking geothermal vents. It's not just some area in the ocean. You're not just 5 feet from the fucking surface when you're at the top of the fucking Rapture. That's not how that is. It just isn't. You're at the geothermal vents. You're at the bottom of these fucking massive chasms in the ocean. There is immense pressure constantly applied to the buildings. On top of that, these buildings have not been taken care of properly for a while now. So that would mean that these buildings should start collapsing under the weight if they're not properly taken care of. It should be a race against time between you actually getting to Rapture and Rapture just falling the fuck apart. Literally. Not figuratively like it does, but literally falling a fucking apart and flooding. Instead, no, it does not do that. The ocean is not a main force in the game. It's completely forgotten about the second the game starts. It's just used for ambiance, and that's it. It's really sad. Because if they actually used what they had given themselves, it would have made the game so much better. Like, Abzu is a game about just exploring the fucking ocean. If Abzu were to have, forgotten that it's in the fucking ocean, that'd be a major flaw in the game. Yet Bioshock forgets, hey, we're in the fucking ocean. The ocean is a threat. Our main character is a fucking feeble human that would drown and die to the pressures in the deep ocean that we're currently in like fucking 5 seconds. So let's forget about the ocean in its entirety. No, that's not good. And BioShock Infinite is so much worse. Because BioShock Infinite throws Rapture entirely out the fucking window. Instead, you're in some fucking city that was never stated to exist to go fucking find the girl. The entire game was basically designed to be fucking a mental jerk off. For the creators. It's put together very shoddily, and it's made to be as confusing as it could be. The wording is really shit for everything in the game. The wording could have been like 1,000 times better, but they chose their wording that they did because they were like, oh, it'll fit into the time of the game so much better this way. Except for, no, it doesn't. Why are we in this city? There's no real reason. The reason is to be a fucking mental jerk off about how much you can do with BioShock, even though BioShock was never about, let's save the girl. It's really jarring to go from BioShock 1 to 2 to Infinite. Because of that, it's actually really hurtful to go from one to the other to the other. Because it goes from a good game, BioShock 1 was a good game, yes. It goes from a good game to a great game to a what the fuck is this? Like, the story makes sense. The story makes sense, yes, in Infinite. But the issue with Infinite is not the story. The issue with Infinite is that they threw away all the lore they had built up. All of it. It's just gone. Plasmids. The main fucking thing. Your fucking magic attacks. The main fucking thing that made Bioshock good. Other than its story and its world building. Which they threw out the world building completely for Infinite and fucking built an entirely new world. They could have made Bioshock Infinite a completely fucking different game, and no one would have been any the fucking wiser. If they called it literally anything else, it would have fit in so much better. But because they called it Bioshock, it ruined the story and like world building of Bioshock completely. And it fucking sucks. The game's put together well, yes. The game feels great to play. It's fun to play. It's all around worse than Bioshock 2. It feels worse to play. I did it in one sitting, 9 hours, at a leisurely stroll through the game, which evidently it's supposed to take like 24 fucking hours leisurely to beat the main story. I don't know how to beat got that number. How long to beat? It does not take 24 hours. It took me just under 9 hours. It was like 8 hours and 3/4. I did it in one stream. That's because I was feeling good that day though. But yeah, that's really weird. But it's not the weirdest thing. Like, there's so fucking much wrong with Bioshock Infinite. It's such a good game. It's just such a pity that it could have been so much better. Like, I get it. Bioshock 1 and 2, the entire fucking world building was off of religion being overbearing and trying to overly insert itself into people who just don't give a fuck's life. Right? And Bioshock Infinite is you're in a fucking hyper religious city state. But you're in a hyper religious city state that's completely disconnected from the world because the world is not religious enough. So it's like, okay, so is the world hyper religious, shoving religion down everyone's fucking throats, like in Bioshock 1 and 2 says, or is it like Bioshock Infinite, where they're not hyper religious nut jobs that believe the world's gonna end in 10 years? It's fucking weird. Cause if you were like in like New York or some random city in a random country, like big city in country, period, no matter what city in what country, and it showed what it showed in Bioshock Infinite, that would have been a million times better. Why would that have been better? It would have shown what they were running from in Bioshock 1 and 2. And it would have made you think about Bioshock 1 and 2 a lot fucking harder than just, oh, cool, good game. Instead, they went to the fucking sky and had to have this entire convoluted plot for why they're in the sky. And it just ends up feeling awful. The gameplay is fine, if weird. There should not be plasmids in fucking Bioshock Infinite. I know that they're not called plasmids, but they're fucking plasmids. Everyone can tell that they're fucking plasmids. They use the same fucking videos, if a slight difference is there, because the name is different. That's it. So, why are there plasmids? This thing developed in Rapture here. What the fuck is salt? Salt has no real, reason to exist. Adam at least had a reason to exist. It had lore behind it. In Bioshock 2, you literally get to find one of the sea slugs. But that's it. That's all there is to Adam is, oh, weird sea slug does weird things. And we can harness the power of this weird sea slug and use it to further our own evolution. That's the entire fucking plot of Adam. Yes, it could have been put together a hell of a lot better, but it's better than just, oh, here's insert plasmid that should not exist in this area of the world because, one, it'd probably be fucking sacrilege to these hyper-religious nut jobs to evolve yourself, and two, there's no reason for it to exist. There's no lore. It's just oh, develop this thing. Here you go. I know that the car, this thing that everyone thinks of as really fucking hard to comprehend. It's not really that fucking hard to make a car. But it probably was when they were first being invented. The car was invented at the same time, the same fucking day in fucking Germany and the US. I don't think that you're gonna make fucking superpowers at the same fucking time. Actually, not even the same time. 20 fucking years prior to them making it down in fucking Rapture. There should be no plasmids in Bioshock Infinite. But there is, for no reason, other than plasmids made Bioshock what Bioshock is. So we have to have plasmids. So here's plasmids. That's not good. That's not a good reason for literally anything. I understand the reasoning entirely, because I use that reasoning sometimes. Why am I doing 100% completion on Iron Man? Because I want to. That's it. That's my entire reason. I want to, and it'll make me feel like I've actually accomplished something, which I've never fucking done before. So, that's what I'm doing. But there's lore. There's reasons for this shit to exist in games. There's actual lore. Even if you look at this game and think that it's bad, or that, oh, the weapons don't have lore, or blah 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 blah, anything that you can say about this game. The weapons have lore. There is lore to why a weapon exists in this game. There is lore to why this gemstone gauntlet exists. Even if this gemstone gauntlet exists solely as a fucking Thanos fucking meme, there's still lore to why it exists. It doesn't exist for the reason of, oh cool, I'm gonna exist now. It would be perfectly fine if it did, but there's lore to it. And you don't just throw out that lore. If you threw out your lore just because, oh, this thing's doing well, like if Bioshock came out during the time that fucking Fortnite was really popular and Battle Royales were really popular, and if Bioshock came out with Big Daddy Battle Royale, I don't think that that'd be a good fucking reason for it to exist. Just like how Fallout 76 coming out with a Battle Royale meant fucking nothing. There was no reason. They tried to build it into the lore of the game, but it fucking failed. It's a fucking failure. You don't do something in a game when making a game because I want this here. You write it into lore. If the lore is, oh, we wanted to, that's bad. Like, Bioshock fucking Infinite is just fucking awful. Why am I still doing this? How much gold did I even get? A lot. I play a lot of open world games, and because I play a lot of open world games, I pay attention to the lore a lot. I've done every single side quest in existence for Skyrim, including all of its DLCs, all of the side quests. I've only not done the main story quest for the Civil War, because I've just never wanted to do it. There has never been an incentive for me to do it. It's like, okay, here we are. This is the main driving point. Oh, there's a fucking dragon. The Civil War should have ended there. But the Civil War persisted through there being a dragon that was going to literally destroy the fucking universe. Like, how does a petty fucking squabble between races in this magical world persist through a dragon that's going to devour the fucking universe? It makes no sense to me. I pay way too much attention to lore. If I wanted to, I could learn 100% of the lore for this game. I've learned most of the lore, most of the things for Skyrim and Oblivion and all the different Elder Scrolls games. I've not tried to spoil myself on them. Although I don't really care about Arena or Daggerfall, I'm not going to play them. They take way too fucking long. What's not a bad thing? What's not a bad thing? I'm confused. Why am I still down here? Anyway. It's not a bad thing that I know the lore? No, it's just... I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that I know the lore. It's a bad thing that I get upset over the fucking people fucking their own lore in the ass. Like, okay. Let's say that, so Elder Scrolls 6 is currently in the works, right? It's probably fucking done. It probably has been done for a while. But Elder Scrolls 6 is a thing that they've been working on, right? If the Elder Scrolls 6 were to take place before the Elder Scrolls V, and you were to find a nest of dragons in the Elder Scrolls 6 set 100 years before the times of the Elder Scrolls 5, that would not make sense. The dragons are dead before the events of the Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim. The fucking dragons are dead. If they've retconned the entire fucking idea of, hey, these dragons dead, kaput, they're all fucking gone. They died fucking over 1,000 years ago. That's not good. That's extremely bad. Like, there's only a singular dragon that you can get away with having in any of the previous Elder Scrolls games that exist before the Elder Scrolls 5. And that dragon is the one stuck in the fucking Soul Cairn since the Merithic era. That dragon is both dead and alive. It literally exists in fucking purgatory. It's the only dragon that you can get away with. If literally any other dragon other than him or Parthenax, which can only exist in fucking Skyrim, not anywhere else in the world, because as Parthenax has fucking stated, Parthenax has been on top of that fucking mountain since the Merithic era. Alduin literally ceased to exist between the times of the ancient Nords of the Merithic era and when he poofed back into existence in the Elder Scrolls V. You literally cannot meet Alduin anywhere in between. There is zero fucking chance. They use the power of the Elder Scrolls to transport Alduin into the future to make him a problem for the future to deal with. That is the entirety of the story of... That's the entirety of the story of Alduin. Alduin was gonna eat the fucking world like 1,000 fucking years ago. Destroy the fucking universe. But the ancient Nords and fucking everyone threw him into the future for the future to deal with. It was so far into the future that everyone fucking forgot about it and everyone thought dragons were fucking myths. It had been so long that no one other than Mikhail, the fucking Khajiit that's literally a fucking immortal Daedra, is dead. Everyone from that era is dead. It's been that long. If you see Alduin in any game, unless it's specifically unless the game is specifically like a Elder Scrolls Travel or Legends game, like one of the little side games that looks at weird shit like Redguard did, because Redguard established the lore that the Redguards and the Sinistral Elves, you know, the elves that have entirely pitch black skin, glowing red eyes, those elves, it established that both of them are from an alternate fucking universe that kind of just fucking escaped the universe to piggyback onto this universe that they're existing in now. Yeah. If it's a game like that, where it's just looking into where the fuck Alduin was for, I don't know, half a millennia or two, unless the game is specifically looking into that, Alduin literally cannot exist. There's one exception, and that's if you're playing in the Merithic era. but there's not been a game made in the Mythic era. And I doubt that they would make a game in the Dragon era immediately after making a game all about dragons. And not immediately. I have to say, not immediately. It's been 10 years. And they've released 15 versions of Skyrim. But yeah, literally the only way that Alduin makes a reappearance is if you are about to send him into the future. Unless they pull fucking Daggerfall. Where were you when the timeline broke so fucking hard that all these contradictory endings of Daggerfall took place at the same fucking time? Daggerfall broke lore so fucking hard that it had to be they had to write it into lore that Daggerfall broke the lore. The best part of the Elder Scrolls is the fact that the NPCs can find out that they're NPCs in a game. You remember the guy that you learn about where one of the Elder Scrolls is in Skyrim? And then then Hormeus Mora makes him fucking evaporate, basically. Yeah, that guy learned that he was an NPC in a game. This is canonical. And he could not cope with it. So he literally opened the control panel and fucking deleted himself from existence. That is a lore thing that exists in the Elder Scrolls. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that has actually coped with being an NPC in a game, which coping with being an NPC in the Elder Scrolls means that you get the power of the fucking console. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can just slash kill anyone that's in your way. That's the entire thing. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that could cope with it is Vivek. Vivek learned that he was an NPC in the game. He unlocked godlike powers. And when the universe conspired against him, when the gods conspired against Vivek, or one of the Daedra, when they hurled a fucking meteorite at Vivek's home, Vivek fucking went out there and just paused the fucking meteorite in time. Like fucking a few kilometers above the city. I've been hydrating this whole time. I literally just took a sip. Bonk you. But yeah, that's the funniest part of the Elder Scrolls lore. Is that canonically NPCs can find out that they're NPCs. Fire, stop being horny. Horny is for the bedroom, not for chat. Anyway, what else can I talk about? I would talk about The Witcher, but I've not beaten The Witcher. Maybe I can do that. I'm not playing The Witcher 1. You cannot make me. Actually, you can. But still. Why you being a crackhead? Fire. God. I forgot that I had that. Gonna be completely honest, because no one uses it. Anyway. What was I saying? I don't remember. I really don't remember. What time is it for you? Isn't it like 7 a.m. for you, like it is for me? Have you been up all fucking night? Do I have to punch you in the face? Oh yeah. You can totally anyone can get me to play Witcher 1. It's just gonna cost you a fuck ton of money because I hate the game so fucking much. I've never beaten it. The Witcher 1 is just it feels awful to play. Anyway, The Witcher 1, if I were to describe the combat, I would call it rhythm-based combat. Which is awful. I hate the combat so fucking much. I also hate the camera so fucking much. I hate the movement. I hate the magic system. I hate everything about The Witcher 1. The Witcher 1 it just feels awful to play, and it has like all my least favorite things about that. It's literally like my least favorite type of game. I would play it if people gave me money. I'd play anything if people gave me money. Because money is money. How much? I have no fucking clue. Will I ever know? Probably not. But anyway, The Witcher 1 is fucking awful. I hate it so fucking much. I know that The Witcher 2 and 3 are supposed to actually be like really fleshed out, really good like open world games that are like really good. But I also know that you can carry your save from Witcher 1 all the way to Witcher 3. And I don't want to play Witcher 3 without having a save from Witcher 1. The issue with that is that I don't want to play Witcher 1. I want to play Witcher 3. I really, really want to play Witcher 3. Because I own all 3 of them. And all of their DLCs. All of it. I own the entire fucking game. Also, you need to fucking fix your sleep schedule. Fire. But for me to fucking... I would need to play Witcher 1, and Witcher 1 fucking sucks. I'll play Witcher 1 if I can get 5,000 followers on Twitch, not Twitter. I don't use Twitter. I keep forgetting to say when I'm going live or tweet anything on Twitter. My Twitter is fucking dead. There are 2 ways that I will fucking stream or play Witcher 1 at all. Once it's done, I have the save forever. I can upload it to OneDrive or it'll upload to Steam's cloud server. So I'll just have the fucking save forever. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah. There are two ways. Either someone pays me enough to fucking play it, which is probably any amount of money, if I'm completely honest, because I just don't have money. Or I'll do it at 5,000. Did I say 5,000 or 3,000 first? I don't remember. I think I said 5. Which I'm gonna fucking hate it. Anyway, if you're wondering why I'm mining gold, I do have a reason. The next mayor is Derpy. Derpy increases all EXP gains. So, gold is the easiest to obtain, highest yield alchemy EXP. Gold blocks, enchanted gold blocks, which are 160 enchanted gold. One enchanted gold block with 3 of the awkward potions is a total of 45,000 alchemy EXP. I need 55.5 million alchemy XP to max alchemy. I've calculated how much enchanted gold blocks I need for that. We're not getting that much. I can guarantee you that we are not getting enough to max my alchemy level in one derpy. That's just not happening. I can get it by the next derpy. I can guarantee that I'll have it by next derpy. But you need like 1,200 something enchanted gold blocks to max your alchemy from level 0 to level 50. It's a lot. I'm going to be trying for a single stack of enchanted gold blocks. I know exactly how much gold that needs. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, is gather the gold. Because this is really important. It'll up everything that I have so much. What was it? I was saying something and now I don't remember it. Because I started mining gold. I really just don't remember. When did you go to bed last night, Fire? If it was hella early. Wow, it's only been an hour of mining gold. Okay, done. Normally I can't fall asleep till 6 or 7 a.m. I can fall asleep whenever. I would not be surprised if I passed out on stream one day. The fucking Minecraft music stopped. Anyway, this silverfish is really high level. It's almost to level 100. I wonder if Hackbot's streaming. I might supply a list of what games I have on like all of the different things so that people can tell me what they want to see me play. When I'm doing other games because of shitty mayors in this game. Which is literally, that's the only reason that I played BioShock at all. Was because I had shit to do in this game, yes. But it was shit such as resource collecting, which I did off camera. Because I don't believe that it would have been fun for you to see me there half fucking asleep, mining the same 3 blocks over and over and over. I know that some people would sit there and watch that, but I didn't want to show that. I wanted to show the actual progression. There's a lot of shit that I need to do for progression before I can even get going on the 100%ing part. And that's what I've been trying to work toward by getting accessories and other shit done. Oh god. I can't think of any other games to talk about their lore. I mean, I could talk about how every single one of the stars in the Elder Scrolls was formed by a god fleeing existence itself. So stars canonically in the Elder Scrolls universe are not like stars in our universe. Stars in the Elder Scrolls universe are quite literally just hey, here it is. That's a tear between the fabric of reality and non-existence itself. There you go. Why is non-existence so fucking bright? And the creation story of the Elder Scrolls is also really interesting. Because if I remember right, the creation myth paints the Daedra in a better light than the Aedra. And the only difference between Daedra and Aedra is Daedra specifically chose to not help stabilize the universe. Therefore, Daedra are more powerful because they didn't expend their fucking power to make the universe like actually stable. So Daedra are canonically the most powerful beings. And then canonically, the beast races were created of two Daedra. All of the different beast races, and there's a lot of beast races. There are so many fucking races in the Elder Scrolls that people just would not recognize, or people would mistake for another beast race. If you were living in the Elder Scrolls world and you were to have seen every single race to have ever existed lined up one next to each other, you would probably mistake half of the elves for a different type of elf, and half of the beast races for a different beast race. And there's the humans, and the human are just easily mistakable because they're fucking humans. Like, what difference is there between a Nord, an Imperial, a Breton, and a Redguard? Well, the difference is Redguards are darker skinned. Nords Nords and Imperials look practically the same, except for Imperials like tend to have black hair, as far as I'm aware. And then Bretons are like a half breed between elf and man, from when man was owned by elf. And then all the different beast races. There's so fucking many. Let's see what they all are. WSP, what's up? Hi Rat, how are you? I'm gonna look up what all the different beast races are. Beast races, Elder Scrolls. Because there's so many. The Beast Folk. So, Beast Folk include Argonians, dragons, Drew, giants, goblins, the Hist, which are literal fucking tree people. They're literally telepathic trees. Imga, Khajiit, Lamias, Limohit, Minotaurs, Nymphs, Reiklings, Slodes, Tessesi, Tangmo, and Kalpotun. That's all the beast races. One of the beast races is literally just like if I remember right, just like lion people or tiger people, one or the other. I can't remember which one. But like half of these beast races have never appeared in a fucking Elder Scrolls game. Like, I think no, I think most of them have. I don't think Limohith have, and I think Imga are from a DLC. And I don't think Hist have ever been seen, other than maybe in Arena and Daggerfall. But hi, Rat, how are you? It's kind of weird that dragons are part of the beast races. But then again, it does make sense, because dragons are both sapient and sentient in the Elder Scrolls. If anyone's wondering what sapient means, it means that they have wisdom, basically. Being sentient does not necessarily mean that you are sapient. Sentience does not equate to sapience. Sapience does not equate to sentience either, although you typically are both if you have sapience. I cannot think of anything that is sapient but not sentient. Nor can I think of anything that I could use as an example of something like that. Because how would you lack higher brain functionality but still have wisdom? God, that's actually really confusing. I don't think that that's possible. Is it? I'm gonna look it up. Okay, there's no answers for it online. I thought that maybe some random scientist somewhere, or psychologist or something, some kind of science major somewhere, would have done the mental brain fuckery required to determine the answer as just some mental jacking off. But it looks like no one has. It would be very interesting to see, though. Because to be wise, but not really have any higher brain functionality would be very weird. Definition of sentient: having a sense of perception or conscience, experiencing sensation or feeling, having faculty or faculties of sensation and perception. Meanwhile, the entirety of sapience is just being fucking wise. Or having a certain wisdom. I'm really confusing myself thinking about it. Fuck. Because there are creatures in our world that are sentient but not sapient. There are animals on Earth that are sentient but not sapient. Ants are fucking sentient. That shows how fucking weird nature can be. Ants can perceive. Ants can physically fucking see. They can distinctively tell themselves apart from any other ant. They pass the test. The basic bitch test of can they even tell themselves apart from just another of their species. Yes, they can. However, ants are not sapient. Would you say that an ant has wisdom? I wouldn't say that an ant has wisdom. An ant has never shown that it has any kind of faculty like that. Dolphins might be sapient. They're definitely sentient. Are they sapient? Do they meet the requirements of being sapient? Are they wise? Do they have enough brain functionality to be considered wise? Probably. But what else is there? If they are sentient and sapient, then that means that they have just as much right to live as a human, right? Although humans would not necessarily agree with that because blah 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 blah. Preservation of your own fucking species is like a built-in fucking thing that exists in like every species. Unless something goes majorly wrong. So it's like, yes, we can tell that this animal specifically has the mental faculties that we do, but they are not necessarily as worthy of life as one of our own species because we resonate more with one of our own species than one of them. Plus, dolphins are fucking assholes. Dolphins are complete fucking assholes. I cannot think of that many people that would agree with this statement. If dolphins have the same mental faculties as a human, they deserve as many rights as a human. I cannot think that the world would agree with that, because that seems like a very, very big leap for a human to make. Octopus are very intelligent. I would say that octopus would probably pass a sentience and sapience test if we could test for both. I don't believe that we can test for sapience. I think we can just discern it by looking at something that's sentient. If there is a thing that is sentient and sapient, then that means that there's other intelligent life. We don't have to look outside of our own fucking world to see other intelligent life. The issue with the other intelligent life on our planet is that a lot of them do not have the capability to actually use tools, like dolphins. You're not going to see a dolphin making like complex tools. They don't have the capabilities. It's not biologically viable in the area that they exist. You're not ever going to see that. Because why would a dolphin? The dolphin has no grasping anything. Yeah, monkeys do.
I am jumping on the bed.
Monkeys do use tools, yes. But a lot of monkeys cannot pass a basic sentience test. You do not necessarily have to have the mental faculties to be considered sentient and sapient to use tools. The only, quote, monkeys that would pass a sentience test are the great apes. You know, the ones that are closest related to us. Yes, they can learn sign language. No, they can't. You know the gorillas that learn sign languages? They don't learn sign language. They learn, if I make this thing, I get food. They don't understand what they're saying. It's just like if you place a button down, and every time that dog pushes that button, you
No,
give that dog food.
monkey is smart. No, monkey is smart. It can understand.
No, it cannot. A monkey cannot understand. A monkey understands as much as a dog understands. If you put a button in front of a dog, and every time that dog pushes that button, they get food, they will push that button again and again and again. Period. Because dogs, evidently, according to some sources that I saw, are always biologically starving. But the thing with monkeys is monkeys do the same thing. Great apes are different than monkeys.
He won't press the button. It won't press the button if you say no.
Yeah, if you say no, and they have learned that no equates to getting a punishment if they do it anyway, then they will not do it. Because they understand,
No,
hey, if I do this, I'm going to get hurt. It's not that simple.
has never been punished. My dog has never been punished.
If you put a button in front of your dog, and every time that dog pushes that button, you shock the fuck out of it and give it food, the dog's not going to push that button. because it knows that there's a consequence. It knows that it's going to get fucking shocked. If
yes, but
if you do the
it's not.
same thing with a monkey, the monkey is also going to act the same way. If you did
But the monkey is
if
monkey.
you did something where it's a mediocre punishment that hurts a little bit and also benefits them, I can almost guarantee that a dolphin or something else that is sentient would push that button. Like, let's say that they're starving, they need food, they know that they'll get a small electric jolt. They will push that button if they are sentient. They will not push that button if they are not. Dogs are not going to push a button to get a pound of fucking meat if they're also going to get fucking shocked.
You won't press the button too.
If I'm fucking starving, yes, I would. I have reasoning. Hey, I get to experience a small amount of pain for like half a fucking second. I'm also very used to getting fucking shocked. Okay? So,
Yes,
like,
but if the dog is starving, he will press. Look, the dogs are very smart, and if they
a
know
dog
what
cannot
they're
pass
doing,
the mirror test.
but they're starving. If they're starving, they will press the button no matter what.
I highly doubt
They want to
that. A
survive.
dog can.
They want to survive.
A dog cannot
The dog
understand that.
thinks only how to survive. No, the dog will think only how to survive. This is
Then that
what
then
the
that
dog
literally means
thinks
that
best.
it's not sentient. That literally means that they're not sentient. Did they have actual reasoning or no? Because if they can reason,
They're starving.
because the argument is sentience and sapience. Sentience is like we're sentient. We're also sapient. Sapient means having wisdom.
I don't
A
know. I
dog
think
is not
sapiens are
sapient.
smart.
A dog is not even sentient, as far as I am aware. A
I
dog
don't
and
know.
most
I
other
think
animals
are cool.
exist in a state of solely using their instincts.
I think monkeys are smart. They can
It
understand
depends. What are
us.
you calling a monkey? Are you calling everything that's an ape a monkey? Because great apes are fucking sentient. But monkeys are not. Monkeys, the ones with tails, are not.
No, you're monkey.
No, we're a great ape. Almost every great ape is sentient, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Although
Yeah.
a a gorilla is is not going to understand sign language like Fire said. Like it's been disproven. The the great apes get conditioned
Yes,
like a dog.
gorilla, yes, but
A gorilla,
monkey that is.
you know the famous gorilla that knew sign language. That it didn't actually know sign language. It was conditioned like a dog. It knew if I do this with my hand, I get food. If I do this with my hand, I get I get this other thing. It did not know what these signs meant. It could not speak English with signs. It would not hold an actual conversation with
Yeah, I know
you. No
that.
matter if you're using signs or speaking, it could not hold a conversation with you. It did not understand sign language. It could not read your signs and make out what it was supposed to say.
Yes, because it can't understand what these signs are, and if it understands that, it will be going to
If it
learn.
understands, then it would be sapient. It's not sapient.
Yeah.
It cannot understand it. Maybe eventually, but it would take a fuck ton of work. And even then, it would be put under very, very, very high scrutiny because almost every time that anyone's ever tried to teach any kind of grade ape sign language, it's been faked. Because it's always been, oh, they don't understand it. They're just like, okay, here's food because you made the sign for food.
Have you cute orphan?
It's like,
Hello.
it's kind of like there were experiments back in the day where they wanted to see if children left on an uninhabited island would develop the language of Eden. You know, the true language of man. And the children developed a language. They couldn't, the experiment failed because no one else could speak the fucking language other than the two children. So there was no way of guarantee if it was actually the language of Eden, right? So the experiment failed. It's like that.
Yeah, that's kind of sad when you hear about it. So what are you playing?
I'm playing Minecraft.
Yes, but what?
Skyblock. What do I normally play?
Oh, cool. I play Skyblock too. I'm going to do my daily missions. Because I don't even have the money to buy Gemstone Gauntlet and I don't have the Hot Mama 6 level.
Like, there's so many things that people can think about monkeys, but like monkeys specifically, instead of great apes, are very fucking stupid. If you look at a fucking monkey with a tail, that monkey is insanely fucking stupid. It's going to act like
Yeah,
any
I
other
agree
animal.
with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But you're spitting facts right now. You have to train the monkey so it can
A monkey's like any other animal.
understand.
An animal that knows, hey, if I do this and I get thing, they're gonna do that thing. If a whale were to teach its baby whale that every time that that baby whale were to leap out of the water and take out a ship, that that baby whale would get anything that it wanted, all the food that it could ever fucking want, then that whale would grow up taking out fucking ships constantly for food. And when it didn't get food, it wouldn't understand why it's not getting food. It would just think, oh, if I take out that big floaty thing, I get food. And then when its mom's fucking gone and it's taking out ships and not getting food, it's gonna fucking starve to death. Especially if it's like a fucking killer whale. Something that eats much larger prey. Something like that. If it's a whale that eats meat of a larger animal than just like regular ass fish, it's not going to understand and it's gonna fucking
Whales
starve to
don't
death.
eat
There are whales that eat
meat.
meat, but I'm using theoreticals. Almost all whales eat meat.
What kind of whale that eats? They are vegetarians, most of them.
What?
Most of the whales are
No, they're
vegetarians.
not. Whales are carnivorous animals. In fact, all species of whales, dolphins, and porpoise are considered carnivores. Among the 80 or so estimated cetaceans including all species of whales, dolphins, and porpoise, all species are broken down into two groups or suborders, which are known as toothed whales and baleen whales. Toothed whales will physically eat and devour their prey. A baleen whale eats very small animals and filter feeds on
Yeah, but if it's more than 1 meter, then it counts.
them. No, if it's in the kingdom Animalia, it's an animal. Period. It does not matter if they are.
This okay? If this fly, so you are going to say that I eat a whole animal. So
Yeah, a fly's an animal, not a plant. It's not a bacteria. It's not a single celled organism. Like, there's different kingdoms. You know this, right?
yes, but I won't eat the fucking fly that is flying in my room. You
There
know.
are different taxonomic kingdoms. It doesn't matter if you would or not. There are
Why are you
5,
staying still?
because I'm looking
Why
up
are you
shit.
staying still?
There are 5 different things. There are
9 people are
protists.
watching us. 9 people are watching us how we are arguing. Are the whales cannibalists? Say they.
So there's the kingdom of animals, plants, fungi, protists, and monoremes.
And monkeys, animal.
Monera, protista, fungi, plants, and animals. Those are the 5 kingdoms. A carnivore eats animals.
Okay,
A herbivore eats plants. An omnivore eats both. There is no word for something that eats only fungus, as far as I'm aware. There is no word for something that only eats protists, as far as I'm aware. There is no word for something that only eats monera or monoremes.
so I
And
can,
then
but I can't
if you
kill this fly.
if you look even further back, there's also
Can I
domains.
survive? Can I survive by eating only flies?
Yeah, you could
Do you
if
think
you ate
I can
enough of them.
survive by? Yes, but like you go and catch the flies and then eat them.
If you ate enough flies, you could survive solely off of flies. That is a thing that you
Yes,
could
but
do.
I don't think you can catch enough flies for 1 day. You know.
Yeah, you know what that means? That means that's not your fucking natural food source. Could you technically do
Why
it? Yeah.
would
Could
I
you live
catch?
off of eating nothing but poisonous frogs? Yeah, you could. Do you have the bacteria to actually digest and not get fucking killed by the poisonous frogs? No.
Yes, but you will develop it in time.
No, you fucking die. They're poisonous.
Why would you think that? Yes, but you will survive because you are human. Your brain is off, right? Are you okay? What happened to you?
Sorry, I'm still looking at shit.
Are you gonna eat flies for
There are 2 domains of life. There are 5 kingdoms total, split between the 2 domains. There are prokaryotic and eukaryotic life. You are more closely related to literally any piece of fucking fungus than you are to any piece of bacteria.
So I'm not a monkey.
What? That has nothing to do with that.
So I'm not monkey.
No, you're not a monkey. You're a great ape, like every other human.
Why I'm not a monkey? I want to be monkey.
You want to know what the difference between a great ape and a monkey is? A monkey has a fucking tail. That's one of the major differences. It's not the only difference. There's a lot of differences, but it's one of the major ones.
Do you know humans have tiny tails on their back that you can't see?
You mean a coccyx? Yeah, humans have a coccyx. It's called a tailbone. We don't have an actual tail.
Yes. No, if you have tailbone, you have a tail.
No, it is not a tail.
So I'm a monkey. I am a monkey.
No,
Because I have
a tailbone is not a tail. The lack of a tail in that area of the body does not mean that you have a tail.
So if I have a plastic operation, I can make a tail and I will be monkey.
No.
Why?
Some people are actually born with tails. You know this, right?
No.
Well, some people are,
So
and
they're monkeys. So they're
no,
monkeys.
no. You don't move backwards on the fucking line of evolution.
Why not? Oh no!
Because
Someone is
if
searching his dad's corpse. Someone is searching his dad's corpse.
it's like, okay,
You help me.
like all of the fucking stupid creationists that exist in the world, if you
Monkey
were
is
to
racist.
if you were to have a tail, that would not make you have moved back. Because you have lost something does not mean that you have de-evolved. It just means that it was not necessary. You do not need a tail to survive, do you?
So I can't be monkey.
No. If humans were to grow tails in the next 1,000 years, or tens of thousands of years, that would not make them a fucking monkey. That would make them Homo sapiens sapiens
Why
something.
I want to be monkey? Why is my life so hard? I want to be monkey.
Like, you never move back on in evolution. Never. It's not a thing that can happen.
Yes, but the evolution can think. Oh, thousands of
Evolution can't think
years.
because evolution doesn't have a mind.
It has a mind.
No, it does not.
We can evolve.
Evolution
We can evolve.
has a mind as much as that rock over there has a fucking mind.
Where is the rock? Where is the rock? Tell me. Is there a rock in my house?
Like, evolution does not think about what it wants. Evolution just exists. It's a thing that happens. It's not a thing that will actively be like, oh no, I don't like that, I'm gonna change that.
Okay, but if we evolve back
You cannot evolve back. That is not a thing.
Maybe not.
It's not a thing. It's literally impossible.
You know that 7 people are watching us, and you tell me that I can't be monkey. That's very bad.
If evolution were to go backwards, literally backwards, it would disprove evolution in its entirety. However, evolution literally does not work that way, because if you were to regain your tail, that would just mean that the tail is necessary for your survival, or that your tail would mean that you would have better means of either surviving or reproducing. That is all evolution is. The most desirable trait is the one that wins.
Just tell me how to become a monkey.
You don't decide that. If you live in an area and that area requires you to have a tail to live, and the entire population of that area needs a tail to better thrive, and someone with a tail were to be birthed, and that tail helps them survive better, and then they reproduce, and then their offspring have a tail, and their offspring have a tail, and then that tail gets slightly longer each time, from just being like a little bump to being a full grown fucking tail, then that's a tail. Then that's how evolution works.
So I am going to be monkey.
Do you have a tail?
I have a tailbone.
That's not a tail.
If you have a bone, you have a tail.
No.
Okay, search it and then prove it to me.
You know what a vestigial structure is? It's something that was once needed but now isn't. It now serves a completely different purpose than its original one. Being vestigial does not mean that it has no purpose. It means that it does not serve its original purpose.
Yes, but you are going to the scientific way. I want to be monkey in the practical way. Understand now? Oh, you are tired? Why are you tired?
No, I woke up like fucking 6:30. It's 8:40.
Why would you wake up this early?
Because it's a normal time to wake up. I stream at 7 a.m. normally.
You know, I wake up at 11 a.m.
I don't care when you wake up.
Yes, but you need this sleep.
Yeah, I did sleep.
Because if you sleep, if you sleep, if you don't sleep, you will become monkey. But
If you
don't
sleep more than 8 hours or less than 8 hours, it increases your chance of heart attack and stroke. I don't remember which way it does which one, but I know that it increases your chance of the two of them depending on if you sleep more or less than 8 hours.
I don't know, I sleep more than 12 hours, so it's not more, it's less than 8 hours. I just like to sleep.
What kind of cartoon math are you doing in your head?
I don't know. I
I went to sleep at 10 in the afternoon and woke up at 6 in the morning.
What the fuck is Trists?
What?
Trists. What? Slay 5 Trists.
Fist?
This is a commission.
Fist.
Tits. That.
Fist. They spawn when you mine amethyst.
Oh, my pica members will broke soon. That's bad. I'm going to be napping now. I'm going to sleep. I don't know. It's 4 a.m.
Do,
It's
do,
a 4
do.
p.m. and I'm going to nap. Bye.
What?
Bye. It's 4 p.m. so I'm going to sleep.
Do, do.
You know there is a guy called Gary0210 and he's a trader. IRL. He give money and in return he gets Skype coins. You can search his Skylia, it's very easy to understand his IRL trader.
I don't really give a damn.
I love to eat chocolate in the morning.
I'm tired.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Mm,
I love to be tired.
I'm gonna boop the fire.
No, don't. I love to eat chocolate under the rain.
I wanna go back to sleep. Rawr.
I love to eat chocolate under the rain. That's super cool. That's strange.
Hey.
I said bye now.
Yeah, and I said bye. Like 20 minutes ago. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, 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 rah. I'm tired already. It's only been 2 hours of mining. Fire, what are you up to right now? Ugh. Fire, are you here? I don't know where fire went. Oh, fuck. I think I'm happy with this amount of gold. I can get more tomorrow. Yeah, we got over half a stack of enchanted gold blocks. I think I'm happy with that. I'll help clean up some of the gold here, and I think I'm done with gold for today. I am just tired of mining. Tired of everything. I want to go back to sleep. But no, I've got more shit to do. I need to go collect nether wart after this. Oh, there's Aranya again. Speaking of, I do need to go do Aranya and a bunch of Crimson Isle shit before I forget to do it today. Okay. I have a question. So, everyone by now should know that emulating shit that you own is perfectly legal. Emulating shit that you don't own is illegal. But to emulate the shit that you own, you have to dump your own files in your system too, for it to be completely legal. Although you can use the emulator and then dump your fucking shit. It's weird. Fucking confusing how the legal shit works with it. But why isn't there a place where you can get where like ROMs are like validated to be real functional ROMs, and then all you have to do is prove that you have bought and own the game, and then you can get the functional ROM. Like, I'm pretty sure that that would work, but like, there's no place to actually get ROMs that, one, aren't sketch, or two, highly illegal. And if you could somehow have to prove, like with a code that's on the game, that's specific to your disc or cartridge or whatever the fuck kind of game it is, then you could download the ROM without having to dump it yourself, because dumping is very confusing and hard. I don't understand it, although other people do. Other people understand it perfectly fine, and they don't have any problem with it. I could see that being exploitable though. Because if the code's not like single use and you have like an account based system, then someone could just resell their physical copy, have the game on their computer to emulate, and then just everyone gets the game basically. Which I don't think would fly in the eyes of the law. It's very confusing. Either way, still, I would very much like to emulate Switch stuff. I don't know how to dump my Switch. I also think, I don't know, I think that I have one of the original Switches, the ones that are hackable. I can't really tell, because it's really confusing how to fucking tell. But yeah, I think that I have one. So I was thinking of hacking it, because, you know, I don't use online anyway because I don't have the money to pay for an online fucking subscription thing, and I wouldn't pay for one either way. The issue is that I don't like hacking my Nintendo shit. But, like, the games on Switch barely fucking run on Switch. Like, I've got Pokemon Let's Go in my Switch right now, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu can barely fucking function. My character is sitting on Route fucking 1, the very first area of the game. The first fucking route with like 5 FPS. And I'm pretty sure there is no quality settings that I can turn down. So it's like, welcome to Route 1, have 5 FPS. The game is nigh unplayable on Switch. Speaking of emulating, I heard that fucking Nintendo was DMCA striking down videos for showing Switch games being emulated on a Steam Deck. Like Mudahar fucking uploaded a video of about why emulation is not bad, blah 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 blah, and about how they own games before they're officially released because stores get games, they hold on to them. Sometimes you can get the games like a day or two early by just talking with the people and buying it. Like Mudahar fucking was playing Xenoblade 3 or some game like a day before it fucking came out, which was funny. And a bunch of Nintendo stands were like, "Oh, you fucking thief," because they dumped it so that they could play it on the Steam Deck. Because the Steam Deck like runs a million times better than the fucking Switch. I want a Steam Deck so fucking bad. Like, the Steam Deck is, as Mudahar put it, it's a really good thing for emulation. Because it's a handheld fucking computer that you can just emulate from. It's so nice. I want it so bad. Because it is far, far, far superior to a Switch in every way. There is not a single thing that the Switch beats it out in, unless you are going for something that is compact. Because the Steam Deck is a hell of a lot bigger than the Switch. But the Steam Deck actually fucking functions. Unlike the Switch. The Switch barely functions. It's not good. At all. Like, whatsoever. If your main fucking console cannot play the games that are developed for it at even a frame rate that would have been comparable to something in the early 2000s, then you have failed. And that's what the fucking Switch does. Here's your game designed for the Switch. It plays at 5 FPS. Good luck. Here's that same game, emulated on a PC. It plays at 60 FPS and looks better. Which one would you rather do? Dump the fucking file, play it on your goddamn PC, and have it look 100 times better and run 100 times smoother? Or sit there and play it at fucking 5 FPS? I think that any sane person would say, oh, I would just play it on the PC like that. Obviously. But, like, why? Why are games developed for the Switch running on the Switch at 5 FPS? Why is it so fucking bad? Also, why the fuck do Switches keep going up in fucking flames? Like, the Switch has so much against it. Like, every time that I see a video that shows a Switch, the Switch is either doing very poorly performance-wise, or the Switch is literally on fucking fire. Like, what the fuck did Nintendo do that the Switch would rather fucking kill itself than play your game at a decent frame rate? Like, here's you playing your game, and now your Switch is on fucking fire. I'm afraid to put my fucking Switch in the charging station because I'm afraid that it's going to go up in fucking flames. That's not good. I should not be scared of my fucking device going up in flames. The failure rate that a Switch should catch on fucking fire should be negligible. Not, oh, you're playing fucking Zelda and now it's in fucking flames. That's fucking shit. We didn't pay however much the Switch was at launch to get a console that's gonna burn our house down. If I wanted a thing that's going to burn my house down, I'd pay $3,000 for a fucking PC and not buy a fucking cooler. Like, if I wanted to burn my house down, I'd at least get something powerful that could be of use for the 5 minutes that it's not going to be up in flames. It's like Apple. Apple's fucking just as bad as Nintendo, if not worse. Like, Apple shit's so locked down, they treat you like a fucking child. Oh, you're fucking 50 years old? Well, here, we put the parental lock on your phone. You can't access anything that we don't want you to access. Oh, new phone just came out. Enjoy half speed. Like, Apple shit's already expensive. They charged $1,000 for a piece of fucking aluminum. Literally a stand. A piece of aluminum that has as much aluminum as a fucking can cost $1,000 when the materials used to make it was about like a fucking a cent for raw material. It's so lightweight, it's probably fucking hollow. And it has one use. They make shitty cables that break in half a fucking second. They throttle their customers' devices so that the customers will buy the new one. Like, people look down on you if you don't have an iPhone because they're so fucking elitist about it. And people look down on you if you have an older generation iPhone. And it's like, I just wanted a phone. Like, I had a Windows phone for the longest of times. That Windows phone was really nice. And then the battery gave out. And finding a battery for that Windows phone was harder than getting a new phone. So we got me a new phone. That was years ago. I was still in high school. I was still in like 9th grade when that happened. That was for fucking ever ago. Windows phones actually weren't bad. They ran well. They looked nice. They felt nice. And they came out like, at least the one that I had came out like right when Siri was taking off. So it had Cortana, like the first version of Cortana. And to be honest, it was not bad. Although there was a major flaw with Cortana at that time. And I don't know, this will probably... Okay, I'll just say it. Because probably not a lot of people know about it. But one of the major flaws of the first versions of Cortana was that if you tried to get suicide hotline numbers, it would give you the numbers for every country in the world except for the United States. Every country's number for the suicide hotline would show up except for the US. That's a major fucking flaw of Cortana. Other than that, the Windows phones were really nice. The Windows phones didn't throttle themselves because a new phone just came out. The Windows phones' performance didn't drop. Their battery power didn't drop after fucking like 3+ years of use. And then you get to an iPhone and it's like, okay, everything has a parental lock. You're not allowed to do anything like this. And if you even go here, we're going to throttle your phone so hard that it crashes. Like, it's stupid. Everything's so fucking locked down. The customizability of the iPhone also isn't that fucking good. Like, I could do whatever the fuck I want with an Android. I like taking my phones apart when I'm not doing anything with them. It's enjoyable. I like seeing all the different parts. Right? If I tried to take an iPhone apart, it would void the warranty in half a fucking second. And anyone that would look at it would be like, "Oh no, 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 no. This was handled very poorly, blah 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 blah. Look, this little sticker there is discolored. That means this phone was opened by someone, not us." Apple, the entire company of Apple is so fucking poorly managed. It's surprising that people still are fanboying so hard for Apple. because it's so bad. The best thing that I can think of for Apple, period, is that when a new iPhone comes out or new Apple product, Reddit goes fucking ham with a misinformation campaign. Like about the fucking charging your phone by putting it in the microwave, or how the bend is normal, and that it's supposed to be able to bend 180 degrees. And then people break their brand new iPhones. It's funny because it shows how stupid people who buy iPhones are. You're buying a piece of equipment that's like thousands of dollars that costs them probably fucking 20 cents to manufacture. The OS doesn't look that nice. It's extremely locked down. And then you're believing a random misinformation campaign and breaking that new multi-thousand-dollar piece of equipment you bought. It's stunning how stupid some people can be. Where they buy into fucking Apple's bullshit so hard and fangirl so hard that even when their own stupidity is shown to them by them breaking their own shit, or by Apple sucking $1,000 for a piece of aluminum that costs them half a fucking cent to manufacture. Oh, I'm never gonna get over that fucking stand for one of the Macs. It was awful. Fucking $1,000 for a piece of aluminum. No monitor. It's just the stand for the monitor. Period. That's all it fucking was. $1,000. It's got less fucking material in it than a goddamn soda can. And people are paying $1,000. And people still stand behind that company. And then they're like, no, we can't change to we can't change to the industry fucking standard cable, because then all of our other cables would get thrown in the landfill, and they create a new fucking cable that's only used for one device. Like, what the fuck? All these cables are gonna go in landfills. Okay. How many? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up how many different cables there are. How many different Apple cables are there? Oh no. There isn't a fucking thing. So, there are a bunch of different lightning cables for iPhones, lightning to USB-Cs, blah 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 blah. There's headphone adapters, splitter cables, specifically designed. There's power adapters specifically designed all for the iPhone. There's also specific lightning cables and adapters specifically for iPad. There's specific other cables for any iPad past 2018. And there's 4 different USB to different types of lightning cable for different iPads past 2018. There's another adapter, 2 adapters for the thing. One is One is $70 for an adapter. $70 for an adapter that costs them 5 cents maybe to manufacture a couple 100,000. Another adapter right there, plus another cable. They're already at like fucking 80 cables between fucking 3 different types of devices: iPads, iPhones, and MacBooks. Another adapter for Apple Watch. And there's all the different other things for the actual like PCs that they have. The Macs instead of MacBooks. MacBooks are the fucking the shitty little laptops, right? Macs are the full-on computers, typically built in one thing. Except for when they sell you the fucking stand for your Mac for 1,000 goddamn dollars. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so fucking upset about it. I'm so upset just looking at it. We can't use USB-C, the industry standard, because we don't want to. Why not? Fucking stupid. Anyway, how much do I have? Only 37 netherwort? Yeah. Like, if Apple devices used USB-C, used industry standard cables for everything, I would not have anywhere near as many qualms with them. I doubt anyone would have much of any qualm with Apple. Apple can sell their products for whatever price. But when you're selling it for a markup of like fucking what, 100,000% markup, that's fucking stupid. Here's the thing, it cost us half a fucking penny to make 10,000 of them. We're selling it to you for $1,000. No, that's fucking stupid. I could fucking go borrow someone's like that stand. It's 100% fucking aluminum. I could borrow it, make a mold of it, melt down some aluminum, and cast it. But it's all one piece. It does not move at all. There's no screws, no nothing. It just clicks into fucking place. There's nothing about it. It's literally just a solid piece of aluminum. Let's see, do I have enough? Yeah. Alright, so a solid piece of aluminum that clicks into place. It clicks into fucking place. I could melt down the aluminum for it. Cast it. And then use it the exact same. It would look the exact fucking same to cast it. It might be a little rough, but it'll function the exact same, and it'll cost you maybe $5 to cast it. Maybe a tiny bit more. Okay, 64, 32. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stacking 41 bottles. Oh god, this is gonna be annoying. So basically, we need to take these, fill them with water, place them all there, and then we place nether wart. It's going to cost us 35 nether wart total to make all of these into awkward potions. This will be done in 2 days, 18 hours. So for now, we're fine. Okay. I think I'm done being annoyed by Apple and doing this for now. Tomorrow, I'm going to mine more gold. I'll mine more gold off stream later today. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do something unheard of. I'm going to actually fucking progress. I'm going to go and I'm going to do this thing where you go and you actually progress the game and get divin armor or work on it tomorrow. Or I'm going to play Wolfenstein, whichever one I feel like. Probably Wolfenstein. We're raiding Hackbot because I'm tired.